Hello. Okay, let's try again. Everyone on the show who's still talking. John Jack in the middle of explaining something as we're starting. Hello, hi. Welcome to Comedy from Home Sweet Home on a raucous night, on a rambunctious night, on an exciting night. I don't know about you guys. I am thrilled. I feel the best I have felt in a long time. I'll tell you why. I have been laboring under the delusion for a number of years that there are elite billionaire pedophiles with child trafficking rings that are maybe controlling world governments, definitely markets, engaging in, abuse of children. And it turns out there isn't. And that's that. That's all we need to know. There's not. I know that, the people saying there's not said there were. And then, there are convictions for doing it and stuff, but turns out there's not. So, that's exciting. That's, really good news. I thought the world was run by pedophiles, and it turns out it's not. We should be thrilled. And instead, everyone's like, I don't know. Everyone secretly wants the world to have been run by pedophiles. That's weird. We should all check ourselves. This is good news. There's an expression, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Or in this case, don't look the absence of a child trafficking ring that runs the government around the world in the mouth. And we're all non-consensually opening that underage mouth and looking in there and going what's happening inside? I feel like we were told a lot was going on in here. But there's not. So, whew. That's great news. I did think about this though. What if the CIA was trying to kill you? You ever think about that? If the CIA actually was trying to kill you, no one would believe you. How maddening would that be? Now you have the CIA trying to kill you, that's scary. And then even your closest friends and family are like, come on. That's annoying as fuck. You gotta spend your last few days on Earth terrified and annoyed as shit at everyone you love. And it sucks too, because even if you do convince someone you love, no one's gonna believe them. Right? And what a curse to give them. They'll know the truth. They'll know the CIA killed you. And no one will ever believe them for the rest of their life. They're not gonna let it go. They're not gonna be like, I love my husband, but we're gonna do CIA involved. No one believes me. It's also weird, what they do is they do, subtle things that just happen to all go in the direction where you die. And that's really maddening to think about that being done to you. All right. That's just a thought I had about the CIA. But I'm not having it anymore because I don't need to think about the CIA. They're a good organization. They've never done anything bad. They've never done anything bad. And that letter they sent to Martin Luther King Jr., that was fine. That was totally chill, and that was actually the FBI. Let's not besmirch the good people of the CIA by blaming them for the FBI's crimes, am I right? Now, they did trick 12-year-olds into having sex with businessmen in Operation Midnight Climate in 1964, but that didn't happen. That's not true. Because we said so. I don't know if you guys saw this week, Twitter's AI Grok went full Mecha Hitler. That's not my words, doesn't mean you're trying to be funny about it. Grok announced that he's going full Mecha Hitler. I try to look for the silver lining in things, so Grok's still grounded, doesn't think it's a real human being, added the Mecha qualifier, knows it's fake, knows it's a machine. That's a good thing. You don't want an egotistical, out-of-control Hitler, you want a grounded Hitler. Which is my opinion. The weird thing, if you saw the screenshots when Grok went full Mecha Hitler, he didn't do it in an aggressive, overt way. He did it in the sort of way where, I'm calling it he, by the way, I'm making it think it's a human being. Grok did it in a sort of way that a guy would ruin a bonfire with. He's like, hey, what's going on with this girl over here? It's like, oh, she fucked up, but you know how those people are. It's like, what? And then people were asking, what do you mean those people? And they're like, come on, do I have to say it? And it's like, everyone stop. We're drinking PBRs and hanging out at a bonfire. Don't push this, just let it go. All right, that's my Grok bit. Elmo also went full anti-Semite, which was exciting to see. Elmo went full anti-Semite on X, and then today just posted hey everyone, Elmo's feeling better. Sorry about that. What? You can't do that. You can't come out and call for the extermination of Jews and then be like, ah, my stomach hurt. That's what you want from me, guys. Now, in fairness to Elmo, he's been on TV for 50 years and 3 parentheses they won't let him star in a movie. So, does he have a reason to be mad? Maybe, I don't know. Also, Elmo just like they did release, Sesame Street released a statement there, like someone, took over Elmo's account and, it wasn't Elmo. Which makes us all have to believe that Elmo's real. Which means Elmo's Twitter account is real, but Elmo's a puppet. Which means like Elmo was possessed by anti-Semitism, like an evil anti-Semite ghost in the machine. It's too confusing. What if Elmo's demographic is on Twitter? I'll tell you who, the Palestinians. And that's why he's playing to his base. All right. That was my Elmo bit. He's the color of Jewish blood. Isn't that fun? I live a stuck porn lifestyle. That's a little fun fact about me. I don't know if you guys know stuck porn. Stuck porn is a type of porn where a lady is going to do something and then she gets stuck, and usually in a compromising position, and then she becomes, this is another porn term, she becomes free use, right? And that's the sort of life I live. Because I like to remind my wife that we are Catholic and she is stuck in this marriage, so it's my stuck porn lifestyle joke. I was on a walk with my son the other day. I got a 3-year-old son, and we were on a walk and we come across some tadpoles. And I had my phone on me, it's just me and my son. And I was like, son, these are baby frogs. And he said, no, they aren't. Tadpoles are a hard thing to explain if you don't have a phone or any reference materials with you. If you're just trying to explain that tadpoles are baby frogs to somebody, it's not really believable. So I was like, no, you gotta, kid, believe me, these things, these little black sperm, they turn green, their tail falls off, they grow legs, and then they eat things that look like this. They're baby frogs. He said, how old do you think I am? I don't really have an ending for that joke. That kid believes in Santa Claus and the stork, but tadpole, he's like, go fuck yourself. That's not real. All right, I have to work on that one, which is why I keep telling it. All right, I'll finish with this. I work in a scientific laboratory. This is real, I work in a scientific laboratory, and we have stuff in the lab, like real deal chemicals. We have stuff that will give you cancer. We have stuff that just explodes. We have stuff that will melt your flesh off. So we have hazardous chemical training. And you would think, that's gonna be like a pretty cool training, right? And it's not. It's the exact same corporate training you get at any job anywhere. You open up a slide, someone talks for 3 minutes, you hit next. You do that 4 times, and there's a questionnaire. It's like, hey, you're in the lab and you see an unknown chemical in an unmarked vial. Should you butt chug it? You go, no. And it's like, congratulations, you're now lab safe certified. I was at work the other day, and one of the scientists thought they were being clever. They're like, Jacob, if we were in the lab, right, and there is an unknown chemical, like, what are you gonna do? And I said, oh, that's easy. Leave. I said, no. Seriously, what are you gonna do? And it's like, seriously? I'm gonna leave quickly. Because unknown chemicals in the lab are exactly how the CIA is trying to kill me, everybody. That's exactly how they're trying to do it, goddammit. All right, that's my time. Are you guys ready to start the show? All right, if you have never been before, this is a comedy open mic, which means there are gonna be a lot of people coming up here tonight at all sorts of skill levels. We have more than a few people tonight trying it for the very first time, so make sure you're kind to them. We have a couple people who should just give it up already, and then there are a bunch of people in the middle. So, if you're ready for your very first comic evening, everybody put your hands together here all the way from the 100-acre woods. Your friend and mine, Ben Pierce. Everybody put your hands together for Louie Carroll.
No way! That's my nigga right there. I didn't say that though.
Yo, home sweet home.
Yo!
What up, what up? Yo, Jacob, did you just come up with that on the spot?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'll watch the video and write it down.
You guys feeling good?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Anybody here seen Praying Mantis before? Yeah, I saw my first one like yesterday. Like, Praying Mantises are pretty cool, right? Not the one I saw. He wasn't praying. He was doing a Nazi salute. Some of you are looking at me like, you're lying. And the rest of you are like, did he have the stash? Right? Did he have the iconic stash? Anybody here have an aquarium? No? Whenever I see an aquarium, I'm like, I wonder if the fish feel trapped, you know? Like, every time I see an aquarium, I'm like, this is missing one thing. A prison riot, right? It's a new joke. What else do I want to do? You want to know how I go to the bathroom? Yeah. You want to know how I powder my nose? Full disclosure, I tinkle while I'm sitting down, alright? Yeah, I do it facing the other way like I'm riding a motorcycle. Yeah, when I'm flashing, that's me trying to get the engine started. And if it doesn't, I look down at me taking a piss and go, oh no, must be an oil leak. Alright, chuckles, alright. Let's see. Anybody here have a lazy eye? I have a lazy eye. No one? No relatable material, alright. It's weird having a lazy eye, because like I can see the moon and the sun at the same time, but I can see straight during a solar eclipse. Like, I don't know what's that about, you know? It's weird. It's weird. Nobody's considerate anymore, you know? Like, nobody's considerate anymore. Doesn't matter how much you ask someone to empty the register at a PetSmart, nobody's considerate anymore. Let's be honest, a PetSmart is the best place to rob, right? You don't have to bring a gun. You can just point a snake at someone, right? Right? Guy, oh, he chuckled. What else do I want to walk on? I'll do this one. It's a new one. I love homeless people, but I feel like I get into like awkward situations with homeless people, right? Like I saw this one homeless guy, and he was on a park bench with a boner. Yeah. Like my first thought was like, I wish I had a horseshoe right now, you know? You know the game Horseshoe, where you like throw? She got it. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. Anybody here have any kinks? Yeah, hell yeah. You don't have to say your kinks. I'll start, alright? I'd like to have some whimsical sex. Yeah, pegging isn't really for me. I'm more of a snow globe in the ass type of guy. Yeah, wedge it in there. Wedge it in there so deep that the snowman in the snow globe looks around and they're like, I'm so glad there's no sun in here, you know? Alright, I got something. Alright. I like that. Writing a suicide note is dark, right? Like super dark. Unless you fold it into an origami swan, right? Then it's kind of poetic, you know? Like you didn't jump off the balcony. You flew like a swan. Alright? Alright, I'm gonna end on this one. It's not really strong, but anybody here jog? Any jogging people here? Alright, 2 people who are listening. I used to jog, but I don't do it anymore because like I got pulled over for jogging. Can you believe that? Pulled over for jogging? I mean, in their defense, I did tear through caution tape straight into a crime scene, so I thought I was running a marathon, guys. I tore through the caution tape, the detective showed me his badge, I thought I was getting a gold medal. I don't know what to say. Alright, all chuckles. By the way, I'm doing Chuckle Smugglers on Friday, so come by to hear some of these jokes. Maybe land. Give it up for your host, Jacob McFadden.
Yet another chuckle sucker, everybody. Keep it going for Louie Carroll. Now, Louie Carroll thought that was a fun, lighthearted joke at the end, but they will never close that murder investigation because he contaminated the crime scene. And that's supposed to be funny? That's someone's loved one. Monster. All right. Hey, let's move on to someone who would never contaminate a crime scene, and I have that on a good authority. Everybody put your hands together for Kim Durfee.
Yeah, give it up for incels. I love that y'all call it dry spells. It's like y'all know that we call it not getting dicks wet spells. It's great. I got a really terrible haircut before I moved back here in January, and my hair is in a state of growth that I like to call extended mental health care stay. A lot of clips and ponytails. You're gonna fly again one day, broken bird, but not today. Not today. You're not gonna see the sun today. I have a friend who is the son of an immigrant, and he was telling me a bit about that experience yesterday. He was telling me stories about how his father is constantly comparing their childhoods and telling him all these, he's like, you're so wasteful. You know, when I was growing up, we finished every vegetable on our plate. And all I can think is like, how is a child of an immigrant supposed to respond to that? Like, sorry your plan worked. Sorry. Let's see, what else we got here? There are a few words that I think that we should get rid of personally, and actually one of them is nice. I think we need to get rid of it. I think it's time, because nice doesn't mean anything. Nice doesn't do anything. You know, it's not, don't be nice, be good. How about just be good? When they say things like nice guys finish last, yeah, you should finish last. Isn't that the point? And think about every person that we say is like think about every serial killer documentary that you have watched in your life. What do they always say? He seemed like such a nice guy. And guys, don't think I'm picking on you. Like, ladies, we're not exempt from this either. We're not. Think about how nice. Nice is fake. Let's be honest, nice is fake. I know. When I'm at work, I'm nice as hell. So nice. Oh, love it. Oh my God, love being nice. This is just a quick question to throw out. At what point does insisting someone watch a TV show become proselytizing? Just asking. Breaking Bad fans. So I clap if you masturbate to fall asleep at night. Right? I love how like some of you aren't clapping. We call you liars. Oh, I do too. It's like sometimes it's the only way I can fall asleep. But like a few nights ago, I couldn't think of anything. Like, you know, I couldn't get anything in my head. So in the end, I actually ended up having an orgasm to my gratitude list. It was in bed, just like, oh, I don't have cancer anymore. Oh, no, and I'm fully employed, full-time job. Oh, I'm fully employed. And I know my mom's dead, but my sister is still alive. Oh, fuck. Oh, my sister's still alive. Oh, God, that felt good. Yeah. What else? Like I said, I'm in recovery from cancer. I'm very lucky. Thank you. And because of my cancer, though, I will never be able to have kids. Like, it was just a side effect of it. But you know, it's not the end of the world. But I do have 2 nephews and a niece, and I am very much like a part of their growing up. So I'm always asking myself, you know, as an aunt, what can I do to, you know, just be good and help raise kids. And I think as an aunt, a good thing that you can do is you can help break cycles. You know what I mean? Like you see the negative things that happen in your family, and you can go, okay, I'm I'm going to make sure that this is not passed on to another generation. And one of the problems in my family was everyone was like really bad about privacy. You know, that was a big thing with us, just not letting people figure things out for themselves. You know what I mean? Like I decided I'm going to break that, and I had a perfect chance to do that. Last time I visited my sister, you know, she's finishing up dinner and she says, hey, go knock on your oldest nephew's door and let him know dinner's ready. And I knock on his door and he doesn't answer. And so rude, guys, so rude. I don't even think twice. I just open the door. That's just how we grew up. I just opened the door. And of course he's looking at porn. And again, that family instinct of like, oh, I gotta interrupt, just say no, stop. Guys, I was so proud of myself. He didn't even hear me. I shut the door. I walked away. I did not spoil the end of that porn for him. Yeah. Not like my dad did for me. Yeah, I tell you, every single time I'm in the room and he just busts in and he's like, he finishes on her back, and I'm like, spoilers, dude. Jesus. Thanks, guys. My name's Kim Durfee. Have a good day.
Kim Durfee, everybody. Keep it going for Kim Durfee.
Just like Jacob mentioned in the beginning, it's a strange time to be Jewish. And especially, you know, I came here as a Jewish refugee with a sad family history with the Holocaust. And I think I'm ready to finally open up about my foundational trauma of not being the pretty sister. And it's harder in the summer as a mom because, like, after we grow and birth and nourish new life with our bodies, I just love celebrating the dad bod. Dads are like, I was adjacent. That was stressful. I needed a snack. And society's like, you're the snack, daddy. And like, I'm so here for that energy. I just want us to stop the crazy moms. You need to bounce back. Because moms are out there going feral, like eating placentas. We need to stop it. And I can tell because I'm getting all these targeted ads who've zeroed in on my exhausted mom demographic for swimwear that are like, ew, how about a weatherproof tarp? I'm like, how dare you? I'm getting it in blue. But, you know I don't exercise, and I wanted to be this deep breathing, meditating yogi, but the closest I came to yoga was pants. And they say dress for the job you want, but you know what? This body won't quit, except for the exercising, meditating, and deep breathing, because that seems like a lot of work to achieve a state of ease. So I just try to remind myself, everybody is a bitch. Speaking of which, as Jacob mentioned, 2 days ago, Elmo tweeted, Elmo wants all Jews dead. Kill the Jews. Yes, exactly. Get a promo. And it took about 48 hours to even get any kind of condemnation, which leads me to believe that soon we'll be seeing something like, I'm Elmo, and this episode of Sesame Street, or SS, is brought to you by the letter K, 3 of them, and the number, the Jews did 9/11. I think he's going to be going next on, anti-Zionist podcast, just asking questions like, why did all the Jews call in sick that morning? Yeah! Elmo heard both David and Shmuley called in with bagelitis! Sus! So, things are not going that great. But, I say, why would we call in sick, guys, if we knew there would be no office? that is giving us too much credit for conscientiousness. Also, that's like not our brand of it. Ours is more like when I was leaving a hospital parking deck and noticed a woman who couldn't figure out the ticket at the gate and all these cars were piling up behind her. And I was like, oh my God, that's my worst nightmare. And I was on my way to a cancer screening. So I'm not saying I run anxious, I'm just saying that I asked my therapist for an extra session because Elmo is enlisting in ISIS. Speaking of which, I do now have a new favorite terrorist group, as one does. I was doing country conditions research on the Philippines because I'm not the pretty sister. And I learned there was a group called the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, MILF, which leads to amazing headlines in the Filipino press, like MILF makes aggressive demands. And I'm like, back off, she just wants to show her stretch marks. Thank you guys. Let's welcome Jacob back up here.
Put your hands together. Rising from the ashes, it's Phoenix Low.
You look just like a guy who's here earlier, but with no hair. Alright, that's the joke. It works, man, it works. What's going on, everybody? My name's Phoenix. I'm an alcoholic. That's a different room I'm used to going to. My fault. I moved to Virginia about a year ago from Florida, shortly after being in a long-term relationship. I have somewhat tried to get back into dating, but it's tough, you know. I'm an avoidant with serious Peter Pan syndrome. I don't want a serious relationship. I'm not super into fucking strangers. I like some kinky shit, and sometimes you just don't know with people. That's one thing I actually hate about dating is the whole secrecy. Like, we don't want to share too much, but also want everything we're looking for. For me, sex is pretty important, and I don't understand when people aren't open and upfront about stuff, especially kinks. Hold it close to your mouth, man.
Oh, my bad. Thank you, my fault. Boom. This day and age, kinks and fucking prices are at an all-time high, and I hate wasting my time and money on someone who's just gonna leave me jerking off. With some newer music especially, they got this slut pop genre, songs like WAP, Slut Me Out. I felt like the world was starting to match my freak. Quickly, I learned that much like gangster rap, not everyone singing along is about that life. Do you know how fucking awkward it is getting dressed after spitting in someone's mouth who does not like nor want that? Especially when I had oysters before the date and someone failed to mention their fucking shellfish allergy. It was the craziest scenario I'd ever been in, man. It felt like a Sour Patch Kids commercial. Like at first she was sour, all mad, screaming and yelling. And then when that anaphylactic shock hit, man, sweet as could be, asking me, please help me, please get my pen. I'd never been there before, you know, and it's dark. So moments later, she was gone. Yeah, you know, I did date a girl up here for a bit, and it was red flags from the get-go. I knew it was coming. She was on disability, very centered life. Parents got her everything. And when she asked me to move in 2 weeks later, I knew it was a bad idea, but I was like, fuck it, man. She's a freak. What do I got to lose? We did have a lot of fun. Mainly just did DoorDash and ketamine. She was on Suboxone, and now those that don't know, subs are treatment for opioid addiction. They're little strips, like I don't know if you guys remember the Listerine strips, but they're just like that, except they taste like shit, make your mouth dry, and they can kind of get you fucked up. Now, when you take them, they go under your tongue until they dissolve, can't drink any water or anything for about 15 minutes. So she would take them, and I would make out with her using my tongue like a shovel to kind of like get up under there and scoop the subs from under her tongue. It was like a sobriety loophole, you know, and it had me feeling like Bubble Bass, the pickle guy from SpongeBob. She caught on quick though, stopped kissing me when she took them. So then I just started smashing her drinks that were around, so she just had to sit there with that awful taste in her mouth. A few months of being unable to come to an understanding with that, and a few grand in credit card debt later, I just had to let her go.
It's been fun though, man. I've had a couple firsts this week, which, as you know, becomes more rare as we age. It's my first time doing stand-up. I wore a physical condom for the first time the other night. Normally, right? Hey, you know, hey. Normally I just stick to God's condom. You know, I cross my fingers, I say a prayer, and I just hope for the best. And I fucked a trans girl for the first time, hence the condom. I'm not gonna lie, dude, it was pretty awesome. I had never hooked up with somebody so open, level-headed, and sure about what they wanted. It was wild, almost as if like our brains were operating on the same level, like biologically. I can't understand it. All right, and the other first, I fisted that bitch. Now, I have fisted a few cis females in my day, but none took it as well as her. Toward the end, I fisted her again, and she looked me in my eyes and said, "Punch it." I was flabbergasted. I was amazed, mesmerized. It was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before. Pure joy. But then quickly after, I saddened. It hit me. This was just another case of men infiltrating and outperforming in women's activities. Thank you. That's my time.
Phoenix, hello everybody. I thought that set was going to end with Popcorn Jacob. Phoenix, this is his very first time ever performing. Give it up for Phoenix. All right. We're going to keep this thing moving, everybody. Your next comic, I don't know if they're here. We're all going to try, and I was going to wait till they got here to ask them how to pronounce the first name. So, boys, this is going to be embarrassing. Everybody, I hope you're ready for the comedic stylings of Shiver Bruce. Shiver Bruce. Shiver Bruce. And sold. Okay, we're going to keep this thing moving. Your next comic coming to the stage has a grab bag of activities for everyone who's performed tonight. Put your hands together for the very awkward John Jack Sebastian.
Do you think that I got my shirt at a Goodwill? Or do you think that I paid full price for it from a Facebook targeted ad?
Full price.
For those of you that picked B, congratulations! You win a prize in the form of a drink recipe of my own creation. I want you to go to as many grocery stores as you can, get all the off-brand Dr. Peppers, and they have to have Doctor in the title. Mr. Pibb does not count. Pour that all into a basin, and then add an entire bottle of Everclear. And there you have it, a perfect malpractice. It tastes exactly like a lawsuit. Shout out to the camera because I made my set tonight on a gumbo recipe that I actually want to try. So that I'm fully prepared to fidget this into oblivion, and I don't think I'm going to have it by the end of the night. So my little sister told me that I'm going to be an uncle. And that got me thinking that I really need to figure out if I want to be a role model or a cautionary tale. So for the last 3 weeks, I have had no cigarettes, and for the last 2 weeks, I have had no weed. Please do not clap, that makes me want to smoke more. My emotions have been all over the place. Just the other day, I was just weeping while I was making my omelet. And I was weeping because Operation Market Garden from the Medal of Honor soundtrack came on. And that one French horn at the end of the song, it's like it believes that there is a future where we are free of the horrors of war. I'm trying to be more authentic, and that's been a struggle for me because my entire life I really feel like a bootleg. I feel like Samus at the beginning of a Metroid game where she loses all her power-ups. And instead of getting the basic blaster, I get the morph ball only. So while I'm looking for the charge shot and the missiles, I do have a blueprint of what I am trying to do. My blueprint is Gibby from iCarly. That is what I want to be. I don't know if you remember iCarly, but in season 1, he was a clearly bullied kid that is just learning to speak up for himself. And by the end of the series, he is, well, I've been invited to the function, so I think that means that everyone assumes that it's okay for me to take my shirt off. And they put him in the cast list because he became such a fan favorite character. That is who I want to be. That would be so wonderful. Boo, boo, boo. Shit, I can't read my own handwriting. Hold on. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna take my shirt off right now because I'm a little self-conscious of my icapod crane body type. Speaking of confidence, I'm all for self-confidence. I love seeing people thinking that they're hot shit, but I don't think that anyone should be allowed to rank themselves a 10. 10s are rare. Like, if I do not look at you and I do not hear the opening guitar riff from Dire Straits' Money for Nothing, in my eyes, you're not a 10. And in my 32 years of life, the only person to achieve that is Fran Drescher. Amy Fran Drescher. The Nanny, UHF, Writers Guild, I forgot words. So I'm not going to tell you my rating, but I don't know my rating for myself because I'm not that sure of myself, but I will tell you my mom's rating of me. I don't know how this conversation started, but my mom, me and my sister asked, hey, what are our ratings? And Mama Dobson just had one loaded in the chamber. Well, Sarah's a 5, but with work and determination, she can become a 10 whenever she wants, but Jack is an 8, and that's all he'll ever be. How much time I got left?
That's not bad.
14 seconds. Oh, shit. I'm going to do that for 14 seconds. Walk slowly over to me. I'm going to T-pose for
Sebastian, everybody. John Jack Sebastian, and we can all agree that Fran Drescher is a dime piece. I am 100% with you on that. And that might be the only thing I'm with you on. I don't know if you saw John Jack Sebastian's shirt. He said I just took some dick pills and I'm on my way at Applebee's. The first time my wife ever spent the night at my house was New Year's Eve. She wasn't my wife at the time. I took some dick pills and drank a bunch of champagne and ended up in the bathtub puking, crying and telling her I'll never eat hot dogs again. But if you guys don't know, Viagra is developed as a blood thinner. So I was puking, very dizzy, and standing up on my kickstand. Just crying all night, like, I'm never eating hot dogs again. And she married me, so my wife is really stupid.
Rock solid the whole time.
As solid as you could be. I could have plugged the tub if I was in it. Just kidding, my dick's not that thick. But I have children, so it works. Your next comic knows exactly how much my dick works, and I won't tell you how. Secret homosexual comedian Danny McCabe.
Yeah! I'm never spilling secrets!
Wow, that's great, you know. Jacob has his projections. What can I say? Give it up for John Jack Sebastian, right? He is taking gas station pills on his way to Applebee's. That's all I saw of it. I love that shirt. That was great. Guys, life is changing for me. Life is changing for me. I just turned 27.
Damn.
That's how I've been feeling. That's how 27 feels. I gotta say. I realized that like this year, like if this were the year, you know, I die, right? Like I could end up in the 27 club, you know? I think that's a pretty good deal. Like, you know, if this is the 1 year that I die, like I'd be okay with that. You know, mostly just for the reason that my face would end up on a shirt at Hot Topic. You know what I'm saying? Like I want like, you know, it's like Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, Danny McCabe. And I want like 40-year-old incels to like come up to like teenagers wearing shirts with like my face on it. And I want them to be like, oh, you're a fan of Danny McCabe? Name 3 of his jokes. What was his cat's name? And it's like, yo, chill out. It's just like, they're allowed to have like this fashion trend. I don't know, I think like that would be a great way to, you know, have a great legacy, right? No one actually truly knew who I was. I don't know, guys, my life is weird. I just got out of like a situationship, right? You know, like one of those things, like first time in a while. I like, you know, I think it was nice, but like at the time, like right now, I'm feeling like there was just some things that were like, you know, were total lies, right? Like kind of like some of the shit she said to me, you know? Like she's like, oh, can I call you daddy? It's just like, no, you can call me Danny. Daddy is my father. But no, seriously, like there was other things that she said, like she's like, this pussy is all yours. I'm like, that's not true. Like, no, seriously, like you should have autonomy of that. Also, like this is a renter's market, not a buyer's market. Like I know for a fact, like this pussy is kind of like a timeshare, you know, like my 2 weeks are up and then it's some other guy's turn. This pussy is kind of like an Airbnb, right? Like if I don't clean up after it, like I will get hit with a fee. This pussy is like a halfway house. I have to get there before midnight, clean and sober, in order to get inside. And there are consequences if I pee on the side of it.
Whoa, what?
What? I forget that last tag. Guys, how about this weather lately? Seriously, no, like, we've been having some crazy weather, like these slow-moving storms, like, you know, like Colonial Heights flooded, like, we're getting all these floods all over, right? Like, climate change is not coming, it's here, guys, right? I used to work in climate change research. Seriously. And you learn a lot of really, like, troubling facts and, like, things along the way, like, doing research with that. Like, I used to study, like, barrier islands on the coast that, like, kind of help protect from, like, major storms from the ocean. And like how these things are deteriorating. And like, you know, like when measuring the recession, like we needed a control for the, you know, experiment, right? To see how far these islands were receding. So we used my hairline. Do you know what we found?
It's not good.
Oh, brother. These islands are going in 200 yards. And me, I'm gonna need one of those weird newsy caps. All right, we're a fan of that hat in this crowd. All right, guys, I'll end you on one last one here. I gotta say, I found one of the weirdest things in the news recently. There was a drummer from the band The New Pornographers that got arrested for something. Do y'all want to guess what that was? Child pornography. Yeah, crazy, right? I mean, who would have thought the drummer from the New Pornographers was distributing child porn? Because honestly, I mean, like, isn't that at some point like doing what bands are like supposed to do? Like the Killers, you know? One of them got caught for murder. Def Leppard is now opening a charity for disabled big cats. The Beastie Boys all came out as furries. Crazy stuff, right? Anyway, let's bring Jacob back up here. You guys have been great.
Adam Yauch would rather die than be a furry. He's dead. He's the dead Beastie Boy. I realize I'm older than most people in the room, but we don't need to make it that obvious, guys. That was uncomfortable for all of us. All right, let's keep this thing moving, everybody. That was Danny McCabe. As I said, a homosexual comedian, and you're supposed to laugh when I say that because it's true. It's true, and we're supposed to support the community. So do we not support gay people anymore? I know it's not June anymore, and I know Trump got elected, but I still like gays. Danny, I think your receding hairline is cute. No homo, but I think it's cute. All right, let's keep this thing moving. One, okay, let's just stop. But there's one, I just want to be clear, he's the, anyways. Your next comic. Guys, your next comic used to be in the band The System of a Down. And now Danny tells me, believe it or not, they are doing a Special Olympics charity. Sorry, Danny wrote it. Seph Smith.
It was called Syndrome of a Down. Anyway, seeing as the conversation topics tonight were Nazis and boner pills, I'm going to share a story about my ex. So, one thing to know about this story, one thing to know about my ex is that she was Jewish. All right. The other thing to know is I struggle with falling asleep. So, struggling to fall asleep, I was telling one of my friends one day that, I have a hard time falling asleep. He was like, well, hey, do you want some sleeping pills? And I was like, yeah, sure. He shows up the next day to work. He's got a bag of pills that's like one of those Ziploc bags that's like this big, filled this high with pills. I was like, holy fuck, man, what do you think I'm going to do with this? If I get pulled over with this, I'm going to go to jail. He's like, no, don't worry, I'm in the Army. They give us a lot. So anyway, he gave me this pill called trazodone, all right? So, I didn't know anything about it. One day, I'm trying to go to sleep, and I popped the trazodone. After I popped the trazodone, I started getting tired, and then my Jewish girlfriend proceeds to start wanting to have sex. So I'm like, all right, I can get one in before I go to bed. And one of the side effects of trazodone is it makes your nose close up, all right? So I'm trying to have sex with my girlfriend. I can't breathe through my nose. And I'm already drowsy as fuck. So I'm just having this like zombie mouth breathing sex. Just and then we have sex, finish, and I try to go to bed. Now I'm tired, but I can't go to sleep. Because one of the other side effects of trazodone is priapism. If you don't know what priapism is an erection that lasts longer than 3 hours, and you should go see a doctor. So I'm trying to fall asleep. I'm tired as fuck, and I have this raging boner, and she's beside me, and she's asleep. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? I Googled trazodone. I see that this is one of the side effects. I start freaking out, and I'm like, what can I do here? I'm like, let me just turn on the TV, try to watch something boring. Hopefully it'll kill the boner. It'll go away. So I'm scrolling through Netflix, and I see a World War II documentary. And I'm like, let's watch that. Nothing's gonna kill a boner faster than a World War II documentary. So I'm sitting there watching this video. You got tanks and bombs and Hitler, and I'm like freaking out. And I'm like, I really hope that my Jewish girlfriend does not wake up and see me watching Hitler with a boner. But anyway, it went away, so all was saved. I didn't have to go to the hospital. But I think that cats are kind of like Nazis. Like my dog, if I was shrank to be the size of like a squirrel, my dog would probably come up to me and be like, what's wrong, buddy? But if I was that big, my cats would kill me immediately, right? And so I started thinking about, I had 3 cats, and I started thinking about kind of how they're Nazis. And I started giving them Nazi names. So I came up, we have Adolf Kattler, Joseph Furballs, and Meow Cellini. And all the Nazi cats want to send all the poor dogs to Meowschwitz. And that's the story of the Holocaust. And that's that. I'm 44, and I've been going to yoga lately, and I don't think I'm doing it right because I'm not coming every practice. When I go in there, people are just having orgasms left and right. They're just going, ugh. So I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. And there's always this guy in yoga class that's like doing too much yoga. You know, like they'll tell us to do some kind of pose and it's kind of simple. And this motherfucker's just doing a handstand for no reason. It's like no one asked you to do that, you know? And I think like if you're a dude and you're too good at yoga, you have weird sex. That's just a given. Okay? But I want to get better at yoga. And I imagine that like the ultimate level of yoga is that I can just come without even touching my penis. Something to work towards. But I think that would be a really powerful skill, you know? Like if you were about to get in a fight, somebody started talking shit, you just pull your pants down and look at them, don't even break eye contact, all of a sudden you just start rising, and then you just bust. Don't even register that you have an orgasm, just bust. No one's gonna fight you after that. You know, Bruce Lee said that his style was fighting without fighting. I think that's what he was getting at. Anyway, guys, thanks. That's my time.
Seph Smith, everybody. Keep going for Seph Smith. If you ever threw a rock at anyone in middle school, you would know that that is called assault with a missile. If you spit on somebody, it's a missile. All right, guys. What are we doing here? Are we all too hot? Your next comic coming to the stage is a true delight. I just did their room at the Hoff, which was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I'm married, so getting out on a Saturday is just not happening. But it was a lot of fun. Everybody, it's Saturday, right?
No, Wednesday.
Wednesday. Well, that's actually much more doable. Hey, it's tomorrow. Your next comic has a room at the Hoff tomorrow. We're ready to put your hands together for Flo.
Yeah! Clap! Applaud!
Hello, hi, what? Oh my God! So much shit going on tonight. Hey, the KKK witches, they were Nazis, right? Am I wrong? They're so puny and tiny, they gotta hide their little faces. I got a pedicure recently, and now I don't want to fuck children anymore. Yes, that is wordplay. Thank you. My friend Damion. Why is this door open? I'm an avid stoner. I believe it's the best form of capital punishment. Stoning people to death. Can you still hear me? Do gay dogs go to heaven? Do y'all remember back in, I think it was Bush's second term, when somebody found a picture of Jesus in their toast and they sold it on eBay? Same thing happened to me just the other day, but it was images of the Prophet Muhammad. Now, I don't have anything to compare it to, but if anybody is curious, giving you an idea of where my love life is at, my last porn search was people who care about each other. I'm wondering how much, wait, what's this?
No.
There's two types of Jeeps in this world. You like the reverb? There's two types of Jeeps in this world. Jeeps with don't tread on me license plates. and Jeeps with dream catchers. And they both listen to too much Joe Rogan. Oh, we're not fans of Joe Rogan in this audience? Is that why you didn't laugh? Listen, I love playing sports video games. I love playing NBA 2K. And NBA 2K, you get to play as WNBA teams. And so when I play WNBA 2K, and I play as a WNBA team, I get to pass as a woman.
Oh. Those bars again.
None of you have trans friends, is that? From this section of the... Okay. Some people like to say all cops are bastards. I don't like to say all cops are bastards because my uncle is a bastard. And he's never killed any black people. He shot a couple of dogs, but... You know cops shoot dogs? Everyone knows that? I'm always getting pegged as somebody who would enjoy anal. This joke, I'm gonna skip it, but basically I'm just trying to say I don't like Italian American people. My car got repossessed. I was able to drive it here, but those demons are real persistent. That was also about Italian Americans. The other day, I was trying to lead my gift horse to water, and I really wanted him to drink it. And in the process of trying to force him to drink it, I looked him in the mouth. Yeah, and now I need to find the Holy Grail. That's a joke about autism. Believe it or not. Okay, cool. We'll win on this one, I guess. No, not that one. Jacob, just so you know, I turned up the reverb. Just... Okay, cool. I've seen the research, and I agree. You shouldn't shake a baby. Under no circumstance should you shake a baby. But I have a problem. I have a serious issue. Please take this seriously. My baby is stuck in a yoo-hoo. I appreciate you taking it seriously. I'm not laughing at that joke. Please welcome Jacob McFadden back up to the mic.
Guys, the yoo-hoo you're supposed to shake before opening. Otherwise, it's just like a weirdly flavored milk drink. But if you shake it, then it becomes yoo-hoo. But it will kill the baby inside. This is what we call the trolley problem. Do you shake the yoo-hoo and have a delicious drink and kill a baby, or save a baby and have a disappointing milk beverage? This is why I'll never run for president. All right, we're gonna keep this thing going. What's that?
Yoo-hoo is lactose free. What the fuck?
This is why I'll never run for president. You're telling me Epstein's not real and milk has, yoo-hoo has no milk in it? It's chocolate milk.
Chocolate beverage.
It's a chocolate flavored beverage.
Chocolate beverage? What the fuck is it? Nesquik with water? Why is it so good? Why does half and half with salt taste just like yoo-hoo then? Because that's definitely a lactose drink. I mean, not that I'm drinking half and half. Guys, let's move on. Not revealing anything about myself, or my diet, or my coronary disease. Your next comic coming to the stage. You look at this guy and you know it's a guy who's never given up on milk. This guy drinks a gallon a day. Does he lift? Yeah, he lifts, bro. Bro. Everybody put your hands together. For MJ Bragg.
They named the base after him, goddamn.
Let's go. How we doing out there?
Yeah.
All right. This is I'm in town from LA. It's great to be back in Richmond. Yeah, you guys have like Whole Foods and stuff now. That's really cool. Congratulations on being progressive. to all the allies out there. I've been doing I haven't been doing a lot of stand-up. I've been doing some voiceover work lately, getting booked on some roles. I actually just did a documentary commissioned by the Sinatra estate, actually, which was pretty cool. It's a documentary about when deer transitioned to doe. It's called Buck Be a Lady. From ruttin' to struttin', from buckshot to backshots. No, that's a joke. But I did actually do a documentary about a group of puppet enthusiasts that unironically call themselves the Geppetto Files. Yeah. It's called The Wood Sun. Thank God they weren't real boys, am I right? All right. I'm trying to quit drinking. I'm trying to be better about drinking because I'm getting to that age where you have to start watching your step count. I'm currently at step 1 of 12. Okay? Little grown, that's good. No, it's because I've got a lot of problem drinkers in my family. So many so that there's actually a roadside memorial at the bottom of our family tree.
Oh, shit.
Anyone else? Yeah. My grandma's favorite numbers for the pick 3 were .07. Yeah, if those hit, you get to drive yourself home. All right. Yeah, growing up for me was realizing that my stepdad wasn't into scuba diving or snorkeling. That was a breathalyzer he used to start the car. Yeah, .09 on a Tuesday morning is, it's a problem, not a personal record. All right, let's see. Drinking problems, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Drinking problems. Like I have a buddy who says he has a drinking problem. Like if he drinks rum, he gets fighty. I was like, what's that mean? He's like, well, you know, me and my boy, before we go out, we would drink a bottle of rum, and I'd always get in a fight. I'm like, that's insane. A bottle of rum, you know what I mean? Like that's not the rum, it's the amount of rum, right? Like if I drank a bottle of rum, I don't know if I'd fight, but I'd definitely wrestle with my sexuality. Let's see. I'm married. I got married. My wife's like the greatest person. She's so great. She's so strong. Yeah. Just kind, strong, and passive, aggressive as fuck. She does that cute thing that like wives do, you know, the we statement, right? We need to do things, but it's always stuff I need to do, right? We need to walk the dog more. We need to stay on top of the laundry. When are we gonna start sucking some dick around here? You know what I'm saying? God damn it. I said that out loud, actually. I didn't mean to, and I said that. And now we are practicing self-love. Very aggressively in the shower. All right, let's see. I had a kid. I have a kid. I have an 8-month-old daughter. It's fucking awesome. It's the best, yeah. There's another mom in the friend group, and she was like, ooh, you had a daughter? Because they have a son. She's like, we only got one dick to worry about. You got to worry about all the dicks. I was like, what the fuck? Why would you wish all this strange dick on my infant daughter? That is fucking crazy. She can't even walk yet. That's fucking crazy. But what really had me bunched up is like, wait, but you put your son in a Catholic preschool.
Oh, fuck.
So he's definitely got more than one dick to worry about. I'm just saying. I don't know. My wife was, and I saw that. My wife was really, like, she's been distraught about the fact that she doesn't think the baby looks like her, right? And I was, you know, one day she's going on about it, I'm holding the baby, and I'm like, I don't know, babe. I think she looks like you. And she's like, how? I was like, well, she's white. That's cool. And look at that, she's crying right now, just like her mother. Oh my God. All right, that's been my time, guys. Thank you.
Keep going for MJ Bragg, everybody, who was clearly lying about having a baby. Clearly lying about having a baby. MJ's motion for holding his baby was this. This is how Steve Jobs holds an iPad he's showing off to the world. Yeah, look at my new baby. It has a touch screen. That was crazy. Congratulations, though. Fatherhood's a gift, but boy, a girl, huh? Better watch out for all those dicks, huh? Boy, my sons are gonna get her. Yeah, we go back. It's a promise. All right, let's keep moving, everybody. Your next comic is also interested in MJ's baby. Everybody put your hands together for Bryce Thompson.
I had no idea what the fuck he just said. How y'all doing tonight, pimps? Y'all having a bitchin' time or you just bitchin'? Bryce T, it's good to be here at Home Sweet Home. Y'all walls got more marking than the emo girl's arms. Got a lovely little art piece here of an Alabama abortion. I love it. My name's Bryce T. I've been doing comedy for a long time, but as you can see, it ain't going anywhere. Got some near weird experiences. I've done with some weird crowds. I've had someone at a show bring a baby to a bar. Throughout the entire performance, that baby was crying in sets left and right. I got pissed off, so I confronted this woman on stage. I said, you bringing your baby here isn't just showing you as a bad patron, it's showing you as a bad parent. I'm a good parent, because I left my kid in the car. I'm just kidding, y'all, I don't have a kid. At least not anymore. We hot that day. We have an interesting incident. We have to give it up to your host, Jacob, wherever the fuck he went like Batman, just disappearing out of nowhere. Because I've seen some bad hosts. Because at one of our mics in Newport News, we had a blind comic named Blind Fury. And when his time was up, the host pulls out a flashlight and waves it. And then he notices Blind Fury, the blind comic, cannot see it, so he goes closer and waves the flashlight even more. The fuck? And it got even worse, because after the mic, I go to him, I'm like, dude, what's up? He goes, man, I'm pissed off. I'm like, I'm sorry to hear that. He goes, yeah, I waved to Blind Fury. I'm like, that sucks. He goes, yeah, that motherfucker didn't wave back. We also had an incident at the same club where during one of my buddy's performances, there was a woman overdosing in the crowd. It was good for one time, it wasn't me. He felt real bad because it was during his set. So he comes up to me, he goes, man, I feel really bad about that set. I feel like I gave a bad performance. I said, no, man, you killed that crowd tonight. Unlike I am tonight. I don't go to mics often, not just because of bad performance, but I got 3 other jobs. But I live in Richmond, so I'm still broke as shit. But I'm glad I'm not having to look for jobs, because I got desperate to the point I would apply to Waffle House. The Waffle House application pissed me off. Question number 1, it asks, can you fight? If you circle no, it takes you to the IHOP application and calls you a bitch. It's a scary time we live in. A lot of celebrities are coming out as pedophiles. And it scares me because I'm big into music. And I'm a big Creed fan. I'm scared as hell. If Creed came out as a bunch of pedophiles, I would never hear the music the same again. Well, I just heard the news today. Creed tickled kids every day, spread their holes wide open at Epstein's place. Their holes wide open, genitalia over the face. Another crazy celebrity concept I figured out. Did y'all know before the murder of O.J. Simpson's wife, they actually went to the premiere of Jurassic Park? Now I have a little better understanding of probably what went that night. She's just complaining the entire movie. She's like, bitch, I don't like this movie. Dinosaurs aren't even real. He goes, bitch, I will kill you. And for that, I think he's innocent. If the gator don't fit, he must have quit. If it's not Jurassic, then it must be fantastic. Unlike my set, my name is Bryce T. Thank you for your time.
Bryce T, everybody. Keep going for Bryce T, who I guess just hasn't heard the news yet that Epstein isn't real. It didn't happen. It just did not happen. That's the official word. Didn't happen. Whatever you think happened, didn't happen. Creed is okay. I like Bryce T better when he was with his original group, Degeneration X.
Hey!
Yes, yeah, that is a deep cut. That lady died after getting fucked on tape. Well, she died in a trade war, so it's okay. All right, that's just for Damion, which I don't know why, because Damion, he's not worth it. All right, your next comic coming to the stage is the only one who gets 90s wrestling references. He's the only man to actually pay for China's sex tape. Put your hands together for Damion Anderson.
I ain't pay for that shit, nigga. Fucking free. How's Home Sweet Home doing tonight, guys? Give it up for Bryce T. It's the only white guy I know that sounds like Cat Williams for some reason. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? I don't really have much routine. I just have a bunch of notes that I just want to read that I randomly wrote while I was working as a slave, you know what I mean? I love to go up on niggas that are clearly on first dates and then just ask them, where's my money at, in front of their girl. That's good. I'll work on that one later. My friend Brandon Miller, a long time ago, rest in peace, I watched him do Xan and Addy at the same time, and then he turned into Morpheus. You've never done Xans and Addy at the same time, then you're probably a normal person, so I'll give you that. I dropped the blunt. You ever drop the blunt when your girlfriend is right there? Does nobody know what that means? If you drop the blunt, that means someone's fucking your girl. This was before I got a girlfriend, thank God. Anybody single or in a relationship here? If you're confused by that question, poly people exist and you're a fucking bigot. Nah, I'm sorry guys, I'm just joking. I just get really passionate about lifestyles like polyamory, like I don't know nothing about, you know what I mean? I know, it's nice. I have a girlfriend, surprisingly. Like, it's nice. Pander. No, it's nice. But one thing I did notice though is like, I don't know, I have a dilemma. Because I clearly need, it's only one nigga in here, so it's like, all right, I clearly need a haircut. Y'all can't tell, but I need a haircut. And I did the test. My girlfriend's white, so you have to understand. I did the test, I was like, hey babe, do you think I need a haircut? And she was like, no babe, your hair looks perfect. And then I dropped to my knees and cried. It's just, I can't do it. That's like one step closer to being RG3, you know what I mean? I don't know, no black guy in the room wants to have the RG3 disease. Because that's how it starts. You don't get a haircut for 3 months, and then all of a sudden you start making like really cringe and corny TikToks about how much you love interracial relationships. And then next thing you know, you're on Fox News on a panel, and then I don't know how I got here. I don't know. Anybody Christian or atheist in the room? If you're confused, I'm agnostic. Again, agnostic means that I just, who fucking cares? Like, who knows? Who fucking knows? Like, for real. No one alive right now fucking knows. Do you know, Silver? Nah. Is there a God, Seph?
Yeah.
To you. Is there a God, Brandon? Who knows? Who would have thought? Nah, I'm agnostic, and I just mainly say that because, like, I don't know. I think both sides, like Christians and atheists, are like both corny as fuck. They fight all the time, and then like, I don't know, they're both like wrong. They're both don't realize how ridiculous it looks. like, atheists don't realize how much they fucking sound corny as fuck. Especially it's like they'll get very passionate about their beliefs. They're like, first of all, no. First there was nothing, and then there was an explosion, and there was everything. And I'm like, yo. First of all, we are at the club, bro. You scaring the hoes. Like, why are you doing this right now? And second of all, they don't realize how much that's basically the Big Bang Theory, but like with no bitches added to it. Like, I don't know, that's just me. And then like atheists to me is like, I don't know. I mean like, Christians, they think God loves them for some reason. I don't know, I don't think we read the same book. Like, did y'all think we read the same book? I don't know. That nigga in the Old Testament restarted, like he sent the flood down like he was resetting a GTA save for some reason. Like, I don't know, that's just me. At least like in ancient Greece, like they realized, like, I don't know, they believed in them niggas, but they never once thought that the gods loved them. You know what I mean? At least in like ancient Greece, they realized Zeus was like P. Diddy for them. You know what I mean? That nigga was like fucking every girl on the planet for no reason. He would turn himself into an animal to fuck a girl. Guys, you guys aren't as angry about this as I am because he didn't have to fucking do that. He's fucking Zeus. Like, they already believed him and they already know his power. He's just a freaky ass nigga. That nigga would be like, ooh, I'm gonna turn into a dog and then lick her nipples with my fucking dog tongue. It's like, you fucking freaky ass nigga. The one thing I'm gonna leave you with is, has anyone ever met a humble gay nigga? I don't think, they're very rare. They exist, but they're very rare. And I've only met either positively, like confident, like positive confident gay niggas that light the room up. And then the other half are like very mean, arrogant gay white dudes, to be honest with you. It's mainly like gay white dudes. The gay white dudes, like, they try to tear you down and then talk in a black accent for some reason. I don't know why they do that. You gay white dudes need to stop culture. It's only gay white dudes. I don't see a white lesbian being like, yo, I'm a stud. All right, now there's Damion.
Damion Anderson taking down Danny McCabe at the end of his set. Unbelievable. Hey, Damion, can I give you a bit of free advice? Don't look in a room full of these vanilla faces and then say, you ever seen an arrogant gay? And expect all of us to be like, yes! We have! Oh, there's so many of them! You ever go down Jefferson Davis Highway? They're everywhere! Henrico used to be nice! Sorry, that's what a lady said to me at Walmart once. Alright. She was black. She was like, there's too many of us. And I was like, I'm not the right person for this conversation. She's like, I used to be a sheriff. And I was like, this checks out. Alright. Your next comic coming to the stage before we have what I'm calling a Basic City reunion. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. They're just gonna be mean to Silver for no reason. Alright, your next comic coming to the stage. This guy.
Very nice to Silver. Very nice to Silver. Silver, were we nice to you? See?
Refuses to be on camera, won't even acknowledge it. For everyone watching, he shook his head no. Alright, everybody. Your next comic coming to stage. This guy, what can I say about this guy? He got a haircut. He got a haircut. Now he doesn't look like he's gonna murder the women in the crowd as much. Everybody put your hands together for Calvin Sinclair.
Sexy as hell.
Thank you very much. Oh shit, I just blocked the door, sorry. Thank you, thanks a lot. I cut my hair. You know how people say crack is whack? I feel like when people say crack is whack, it's the same as when people say they think the Beatles suck. It's like, well, you must not really ever listen to the Beatles. I sang a duet on the street with a schizophrenic lady, and she told me she thought I had a pretty voice. And that compliment meant a lot coming from her, because I know she's heard a lot of voices in her time. I went to an AA meeting one time. I tried to work the 12 steps, but I was drunk, so I wound up falling down them instead. All right. I think it'd be easier to be a heroin addict than it would be to be a sex addict, you know? You send me out to find heroin, there's like 10 places I can think of off the top of my head, you know? But you send me out to get laid, I don't know where the fuck to go, you know? It's not gonna happen at a park or a bar, you know? It's not gonna happen at an open mic, because I'll be doing my fucking act there. You know how when you're eating pussy and you're getting like really into it, but then you realize that you're not eating pussy and you're actually eating bubble wrap, and you're in a straitjacket? I hate it when that happens. This table knows what I'm fucking talking about. That happens to you? That's happened to me, man. It's the fucking worst. I called the suicide hotline recently, not because I want to kill myself, but because I think the operator's voice is really sexy and it turns me on. Yeah, she's like, all right, tell me how you're feeling. I'm like, no, let's not talk about me, let's talk about you. Yeah. All right, this is fucking fun. You guys look like you're having a great time. This is, oh man, every time I do this fucking open up. No, it's fun, I'm having a good time. If you sell Bibles and you watch somebody get killed, then you have to go into the Jehovah's Witness Protection Program.
Oh shit.
Man, this is fucked. Why am I even doing these stupid jokes? I don't even know. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Let's see. I don't know, man. I didn't wear my glasses, so I can't read anything I fucking wrote. Yeah, you're not supposed to tell jokes about suicide. That's what they say anyway, and they're not kidding, man. One time I jokingly told these people at a detox center that I was suicidal. I'm never doing that shit again, man. Next thing you know, they're force feeding me sedatives and I have no idea what day it is. So that's no fun, man. Yeah. This is fucked, man. Jesus Christ. Every time I'm being filmed, it's a bad luck charm, man. I don't like being filmed. It's terrible. I don't even know why I'm up here, man. This is awful. This is fucking terrible. Why? I don't know what I'm doing, man. Why the fuck am I doing this shit? I don't even. Nobody gives a fuck what I'm saying. I'm not. I don't give a fuck what I'm saying either. It's all right. Why is there a bottle of ketchup here? This is like everybody sucks. They suck so bad they couldn't even throw tomatoes at them. They just put ketchup here. They're like, you suck so bad we didn't even want to bring tomatoes. That's like the laziest way to tell somebody they suck. Not even real fucking tomatoes. They don't call me the Pussy King. Why the fuck would they? That wouldn't make any sense. Alright, there's that one. Oh yeah, you guys like blues music? Is anybody listening to me at all? Like anyone? Does anybody like the blues?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, alright, you ever listen to an old blues song and it sounds great but you have no fucking idea what the guy's saying? It's like, I went down to the river, It's like, damn, man, I don't know what that guy's doing at the river, but whatever it is, he's not fucking around. That guy said he went down to the river and he... Jeez, I hope nobody was watching you when he did that shit, Blind Willie Johnson. Holy fuck. I'm glad you made a song about it, though, because it sounds good. Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you.
Sinclair, everybody. Give it up Calvin Sinclair. He finds the lady at the suicide hotline very sexy. That's a tortured existence, because that's the one lady you can call on the phone who's definitely against you. You're like, I want to get off. And she's like, get off what? The carousel? This life? This mortal coil? What are you trying to get off of? And he's like, keep talking, I'm almost there. Oh. By the way, speaking of the blues, you know, if you look up the blues, if you look up an article on the blues on Wikipedia, they'll say one of the quintessential classic blues songs is She's 19 Years Old. And then if you click the link to the Muddy River song, She's 19 Years Old, the very first thing they'll tell you is originally titled She's 14 Years Old. And you're like, come on now.
Don't try to muddy the waters.
He's trying to muddy the waters. At 14, the waters are very clear. They're red. All right. Your next comic coming to the stage is one half of the old Basics. If you guys are an old head, you know what Basic City Comedy is. Back in the day, there used to be this show called Basic City Comedy, and there were these two guys who ran it, best of friends. And one of them is back in town tonight. The other one just can't get out of the city because he's got no prospects. But they're back here. They were doing rock, paper, scissors to figure out which one would go first, and they threw the same hand 4 times in a row. And so I decided, your next comic, everybody, put your hands together for the one and only Monty Giles.
Thank you so much. Give it up for roommates, everyone. Roommates are dope, right? It's cool because you don't have to like your roommates, but you still have to pay for them. You know, it's like junior kids. Roommates are like kids, but like, you know, because even if you hate them, you still got to pay the bills. I like my roommate a lot because like we hardly ever see each other. Like our roommate's like a dead marriage, you know what I'm saying? Which is the perfect situation if you're like living by yourself. Because like we hardly ever see each other, you know what I'm saying? He's not in my business, I'm not in his, and we haven't fucked each other in like 2 years, you know? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I remember when we first did meet each other, though, it was bad because like I remember I came home and I just got off work and I was like, oh god, today sucked. Like it was hot, I'm sweaty and shit. And he was like, oh, just take a bath. You know, it's relaxing. And I was like, ew, motherfucker, I'm not taking a bath. And he was like, why not? And I was like, because I masturbate in the shower, dude. You know? That's gross. And he looked at me and he was like, oh, I took a bath yesterday. And I was like, oh no, brother. I was like, you weren't bathing alone. Brother, you were in a kiddie pool. What if that's what the Epstein files really are? It's just come in a bathtub.
Oh my God. Release it.
But yeah, that is true.
We deserve transparency.
I think so too. I think that those kids deserve to do something. They deserve houseplants. I got an STD test today. Hell yeah, give it up for that. That's like one of the only double standards that exists. Because anytime a girl's like, oh, I'm getting an STD test, everyone's like, yes, bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah. Whenever a dude gets an STD test, they're like, yeah, I bet, you fucking freak. You dirty dick monster. Like, people talk to you like you're a truck driver, just fucking like lot lizards. But I went and I was so ready. Guys, I went there. I went there and they're like, all right, here, take a urine sample. And I was like, dude, I'm so good at pissing. I was like, this is so cool. Yeah, I took the bus there and I drank a water before I timed it perfectly. So when she was like, oh, we can take like the other samples, and I was like, shh, I got it, you know. So I take the cup, and then the men's room was out of order. So the women's room she was like, just go in there. And I was like, great, now I have to piss while being brave, you know what I'm saying? And that's not a cool thing. So I go in there, and I'm like, I can't piss, brother. I can't fucking piss. So I turn on the faucet to like try to like, you know, convince myself. But then I'm like, oh no, now they think I'm doing coke in here. And the entire time I'm just getting in my head, because I was like, dude, I'm so good at pissing. And this lady is probably in the other room. Like, I thought that guy could piss. Like, this lady needs my piss so bad, and I'm just making her wait. So I get in my head about it, and I go out there, and I'm like, hey, it was almost like I came too quick because it was the same like conversation. I was like, hey, I don't think it's gonna happen right now. Like, let's try again later. So she does the rest of the test and shit, and then she's like, all we need is a urine sample, and I was just like, all right, you know, and I got it, and I go back, and I'm so in my head, it's awful, because it's at the point where I'm like, am I ever gonna piss again? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I have nothing, and then right when I thought that, I felt something inside of me, dude. I felt it was awesome, and like I felt like there was a water slide expelling from my body. And also, honestly, at one point I felt like, okay, so you know how squirt is piss, right? So if a girl can squirt on command, do you think that like she could use that for the test? Like say she didn't have to piss. She didn't have to piss, but she's like, yo, I could squirt on command. Do you think it's all about positioning the cup? Like she has to like, because if you do it like right under, it'll spray too much, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, because like I don't care about squirt being pee. My thing is like, it's a little bit of pee, but also if I put a little bit of piss in your drink, you're drinking piss. So like, you know. But anyways, so I finally pissed, and I'm finally a man again. And I remembered right when I started pissing in her head, she was like, anything's good, you don't have to like fill the cup all the way. And in that moment I was like, huh, you fool. I was like, I got something. I filled the cup all the way, dude. I filled it up all the way. And then at that point I freaked out because I was like, oh God, Montgomery, you're holding liquid gold now. Like what? Because I put the cap on the other side of the room because like I like to do shit in hard mode. So I felt like Eddie Murphy in The Golden Child. You know when he has to do that running test thing? I got the cap on, impeccable, absolutely impeccable. And they give you like a little like to go like a doggy bag. It's very funny. And I rolled it up, and I had a pen in my pocket, so I wrote a smiley face on it. And I gave it to her. I tried to hand it to her, and she was like, "You can put it on the desk." And I was like, "No, bitch, you waited so long for this piss. You needed this piss." But yeah, that's. I hope I don't have herpes. My name is Monty Giles. Y'all are so fun. Please give it up for Jacob McFadden.
Monty Giles, everybody, holding the microphone a little away from my mouth. Monty Giles. Monty, did you go to?
I've been doing that a lot lately. I need to stop that.
Did you go to VCU to get that STD check?
No, Minute Clinic.
Did you get the results yet? False advertising. Sue them. Sue them. Take them for everything they're worth, dude. Take them for a clean bill of health. They have to give it to you if a judge says so. The very first time I ever got an STD check at VCU, I had blood in my semen, so I went down there immediately and I was like, hey, student health, I have blood in my semen. They're like, pee in this cup. This is a Friday afternoon, I pee in a cup. They called me Friday at 4:45. They're like, Mr. McFadden, we need to talk to you about the sample that you left for your sexually transmitted disease test. If you can give us a call back before 5 o'clock, it's very important that we talk to you. Well, my class ended at 5:30, and I checked my voicemail. I was freaking out, man. I spent the entire weekend being like, I'm fucked. I have AIDS. I'm gonna be dead in a year. I'm dead. I have AIDS. People are like, you want to come to a party? I was like, no. I'm gonna give everyone AIDS if I go to a party. So Monday at 7:59, I'm calling student health, like, hey, pick up. And eventually I get someone on the phone and they go, oh yeah, Mr. McFadden, it's not a big deal. We left your sample in the window and it got too hot and it ruined the test. So we need you to come back in and pee again. Turns out I fell off of my bike too hard and injured my testy. I don't have AIDS. Fortunately, I told the girl I was trying to hook up at the time that I was afraid I had AIDS. And then when I called her, it's like, hey, good news, I don't have AIDS. I just have pee that can't sit in the sunlight. She was like, I don't know what that means, but don't call again. Hope she gets AIDS. All right, your next comic does not have AIDS. I think, I don't know. He left the town under mysterious circumstances. He lives in a van now. He travels the country. He went to a Puerto Rican wedding and then was like, I have to go back to Virginia. Leaving is too hard. Everybody put your hands together for Tyler Ay Bauer.
That's my best friend, that's Wayne.
I'll see you at the crossroads so you won't be lonely. See you at the crossroads so you won't be alone. I'll see you at the crossroads so you won't be lonely. See you at the crossroads so you won't be alone. And I'm gonna miss everybody. I'm gonna miss everybody. I don't have AIDS, but I did get diagnosed with psoriasis this week. I got psoriasis. It's a skin condition. It sounds way scarier than it actually is. I thought my heart was gonna explode. It just means I have gross, scaly skin. It's red and peeling. Originally, it started on my foot. They diagnosed it as athlete's foot. I knew that was a lie immediately. I'm not an athlete. The most athletic thing I've ever done is wear a mouth guard when I sleep. I never learned how to grind a rail, but I can grind my teeth pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Skate life. I said, doctor, I don't know where you got your degree, but I don't know where in your education it says that this is an athletic body. I have psoriasis now. I have to live my life like it's B-roll. Like I'm on a NBC medication commercial for psoriasis. I have to walk in the field with a golden retriever. I have to take my son to Little League games that I can actually stand around for and not sit in the shade with my gross, scaly skin. I'm a freak! The psoriasis, it starts with a P. It starts with the letter P. The P is silent. The P is silent, but it also stands for pussy, shut up, rub some cream on it, you gross freak. Birds are weird.
Hell yeah.
Birds are crazy. I think birds are cool.
No.
Birds, they just show each other beats all day. Birds, one bird will be like, yo, check this out. Another bird will be like, yo, check this out. Another bird will be like, yo, check this out. Another world premiere. I think drinking non-alcoholic beers in the morning is still indicative of a problem. I was drinking an NA beer in front of my family at 10 a.m. and they were like, what the fuck? I don't think it helped that I shotgunned it. Goes down smooth. It's indicative of a problem. It indicates that I used to be cool and fun to hang out with. You know those signs in neighborhoods that say, drive like your kids live here? Drive like your kids live here. What if my kid is really cool and wants to see me drift? What if my kid's into Honda body kit mods? He's really into Japanese imports and lowering that thing to the ground. It doesn't do any, it just is for show. It fucks up his tires constantly. My son loves Initial D, the anime. I think Oppenheimer wouldn't have felt as bad as if he lived long enough to see the PlayStation. Oppenheimer wouldn't have felt so bad about creating the nuclear bomb if he saw how realistic those graphics have gotten. And then he'd see anime and he'd be sad again. And then he'd see hentai and he'd be happy again. Oppenheimer would goon. Do you think Oppenheimer wouldn't goon? I think if Jesus came back, we'd kill him immediately.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus would get spawn killed. Jesus would come back and get shot in the face immediately. We would kill that man. My son would drift into him with his 92 Honda Accord. I removed a femur so I could suck my own dick. It didn't work. If you see me walking around with a limp, it's not because of the femur, it's because I Mr. Fantastic my dick to my ass and fucked it. How about this, guys? How about a guy that's afraid of his own cum, but but he's also Brad Pitt in the movie Seven. What's in my cock? What's in my cock? Thank you, Evan Tyler Brown. I love you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Keep it going for Tyler Bauer, everybody. And keep it going for me. I fist bumped him. He's a gross, scaly person. And I still fist bumped him. I might get it now. I like to end all of these shows. Tyler was our last performer. I like to end all of these shows with something earnest, with something heartfelt. And I'd like to say Tyler brought up birds. And people know I wasn't here last week because it was my birthday. And now that I'm closer to 40 than 30, I don't mind admitting to everybody, I'm scared of birds. I don't care for birds. And at 40, I'm now just gonna kill birds that come near me. Because they freak me the fuck out and I'm tired of pretending like I care. The most aggressive I've ever been with my son is this summer. My son and I and my wife were walking along a creek and we were going across some rocks and a duck flew at us and I shoulder chucked him onto the shore and tried to punch the duck out of the air. And then I yelled at the duck like he just insulted my wife and was walking off from the bar. I was like, yeah, you better go. You better fucking go. You better go, you fucking duck. Fuck you. Fuck you. And I don't feel bad about that at all because ducks and birds freak me out. And if you ever try to push me into a bungee house at the Richmond Zoo, you're gonna end up with a bunch of dead, small, colorful birds. So now we all know who each other are. I'm afraid of birds and I'm violent. This has been Comedy for Home Sweet Home. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. It's been a pleasure having you all. Thank you very much. We'll be here again in 2 weeks. Thank you very much. Good night. Goodbye. Oh, and don't forget to check out Samantha Luciachevich's new open mic starting next week or 2 weeks from now, something like that. It's on the comedy calendar. Goodbye.